Hello again, and welcome to Football Manager Roleplay, a project where we create a player using the FM pregame editor, give him a potential ability of 200, and see if he will become the greatest American footballer ever. We will simply watch the progression as player Henry Marshall from the age of 15 to hopefully his eventual retirement. This is a world building exercise where Football Manager provides the events and we build a story around those events. Let's take a look at Henry Marshall's current slide. There we go. There it is. There is no real change from the previous slide, so we won't comment about that slide very much. And now, let's take a look. You can hear my cat Nicole in the background. Let's take a look at Liverpool's standings here and competitions. There we go. Senior squad. Liverpool has been knocked out of the Champions League, as you can see, by Arsenal, and is sitting in ninth place in the Premier League, and it has 8 games left to go. 12 points separate them from 7th place Aston Villa, and it looks pretty grim for the Reds this year. On April the 1st, 2027, Stefano Pioli took over as manager, and he's pledged to turn things around, and he wants to get started now. The next game will be at home against 6th place Newcastle. So will Liverpool respond to the challenge? Let's find out. Okay, let's go ahead and look at some of the games here. On April 3rd, we have a game against Newcastle, which you can probably see at the bottom of the screen. Liverpool in 9th place and Newcastle number 6. This is Pioli's inaugural game in the Premier League, and it is a disappointing 2-0 loss. Let's see if we can bring up the title card. Sometimes you can, and sometimes you can't. There we go. There it is. All right. So this is a game, neither side showed really much of anything, but Newcastle was the clear leader in possession. Henry Marshall did get a chance to play in this game. He was a sub. Let's see if we can find him here in the 81st minute. Right there, pull up some player statistics on Marshall's performance. Not a whole lot to see because he didn't play very long. He didn't even get a match rating. But it does get him one game closer to his 15 appearance salary boost, which he has been kind of looking forward to. And as you can see here, we have a new coach. This is going to be Alan Russell. And so Pioli has brought Russell in. He is a Scottish player. He is previously from Norwich, and Norwich actually made a counter offer to Russell, but Russell rejected it. So now he will be the number 2 guy here at Liverpool. And there's Malcolm, my cat, who likes to meow, so you might hear him in the background. Let's go on to the next game. That would be, and the games are coming fast and pretty fast here. April 7th, this is going to be a game at Man City, the current title holders of the Premier League. Liverpool at number 11 after the loss to Newcastle, and Man City at number 2. How did that game turn out? We'll scroll up here, just another game. But as it turns out, Liverpool goes to Man City. They win that game 2-0. There will be a very high number of corners from Man City, but they couldn't make anything out of them. It was just a very low energy game from both sides. Liverpool, Captain Declan Rice, he got injured in the 65th minute. Nothing serious. Henry Marshall was there. We won't look at this game in detail because he was an unused reserve in this game, but very good for Liverpool to get the upset of Man City. The next game is going to be on April 10th. This is a game at West Ham. Now, the win against Man City moved Liverpool up a little bit to 9th place. And West Ham is at number 13. Adam Steele, 4-year contract for him. They face West Ham in a Premier League match. How did that one win against number 13 West Ham? The result on that one is a 1-0 loss. And pull it up. Either we will pull up the result or not. There it is. Zolazai scores the only goal in this game in the 60th minute. And this was a loss to a team that had already gone 5 straight games without a win. I mean, I don't know how that came up here. We'll pull it back down. Anyway, Pioli's remarks at the end of this match is that there were no excuses. Sobazai's goal was off a key pass that Mohamed Salah, he should have intercepted that key pass, but he didn't intercept it. You know, and the loss could have been by even more goals than that if it weren't for West Ham's inability to take advantage of clear chances. Henry Marshall does come into the game, as you can see here, in the 78th minute. There he is. He plays enough to get a 7.0 match rating. There we are. There's Henry here. And he also blocked 2 West Ham shots that could have led to late goals. And how do I know that? I can go into the defending screen here, and I can look here. I don't know if this are the blocked shots here. Yeah, there they are. Those are the shots blocked. 2 blocked shots, 7.0 match rating. Henry gets another appearance, but they do not get the win there. And as Pioli says, there are just simply no excuses for this loss. In game, we now have a 2-week international break from April 10th to April 24th. Let's use this time to take a look at some of the players for Liverpool, if you're not familiar with any of the players for Liverpool in our little universe here. And we'll start with the captain, Declan Rice. Rice is 28 years old, and he was born in Greater London, but his paternal grandparents came from Ireland. His pro career started with him moving up through the West Ham Academy, where he played until the age of, or rather he played there until 2023, and then he jumped over to Liverpool. The years that he's been with Liverpool have been very good ones. That brought Liverpool a league title, and it brought them a Champions League trophy. Rice is known for his personality and drive everywhere he's played, and he's generally considered to be a great captain. Like I said, he had great drive. He's an open book kind of guy, but he can also be quiet when he needs to be quiet. He can be serious when he needs to be serious. There's no chip on his shoulder. There's no arrogance about him, and he is quick to make friends. Yeah. Rice generally keeps his private life very private, and he has a child with his long-term girlfriend, Lauren Fryer. His hobbies, in addition to watching WWE wrestling, he spends his spare time playing golf, and he has a 12 handicap at golf. So just a little look at some of the players at Liverpool. Let's go back to the news feed as we're coming to the end of this 2-week break and check on some other news. We will find that, let's take a look. We'll go scroll very slowly. We have Ibrahima Kanati. There's an injury blow for him. He is going to be out for 4 weeks due to knee tendonitis. He will probably miss the rest of the season, and he only had 7 appearances this season. And we'll have a little bit coming in. Hooker Ward, this new guy, Kvaratskhelia, he's being watched by Liverpool. They may try to pick him up at some point. Diego Jota, we have some drama with Diogo Jota. He is arguing with Stefano Pioli as Voet Balzona. They break the scoop that Jota doesn't feel that Liverpool is quote-unquote strong enough anymore, and he wants to transfer to a better team. Henry Marshall told Russell John that, quote, Diego must be in running for most popular player at Liverpool the way he's running his mouth off like that. Jota was transfer listed in February, so there's a very good reason that he wants out. And we'll come scroll up a little bit here. Liverpool coming to face Aston Villa in a match. Now, Kieran Kelleher, the goalkeeper, he is facing an uncertain future here. Basically, he wants to move on from the club. This is not a secret, by the way, in the Liverpool clubhouse. When Kelleher simply has told other players, he says, it stopped being fun here, and I think I need a new challenge now. So, as we got a little peek here that they will be playing a game on April 24th at West Ham. Liverpool is currently in 10th position in the Premier League. West Ham is 7, And in this game, they end up being frustrated by a 2-2 draw. Liverpool might have won that game. Incidentally, all of Liverpool's goals are scored from set pieces in this game. Henry Marshall did sit in reserve in this game, so we get to observe it, but he didn't get to play in it. Liverpool had a lot of chances to pick up goals, but they just couldn't push the tally up. And Pioli, frankly, he's just glad to get the goal on the road. The next game is going to be on May 1st at Burley. Livingstone, this guy, new gen, he wins a 4-year Liverpool deal. Kieran Long, is this another new gen? Let's see if we can pull him up. Yep, he's another new gen. He has a 4-year contract. Maybe we'll see these guys in the future. Maybe when we want. Yes, Liverpool coming against Burnley on May 1st. This will be a game at Burnley. Liverpool is 10th in the Premier League, and Burnley is number 19. And Liverpool this season has had a lot of problems with teams that are pretty much in the drop zone. So is Liverpool going to screw it up again? That's the mystery. But nope. Burnley was facing relegation. I knew if they lost this game, they would be relegated. And they did lose at a 2-0 win. They were hoping Liverpool would stumble. Nope. Liverpool got them and sent them, pretty much kicked them out of the Premier League. Mamadi Diambu, he will score his first career goal for Liverpool. Let's see if we can get a little look at this game here. We should be able to. There it is. Mamadi Diambu in the 90+3. He scores his very first Premier League goal. Kieran Kelleher, he becomes man of the match. And Henry Marshall, he actually gets to start and play this entire game. He finishes with a 6.9 match rating. We'll check his match rating right here. He had 2 key passes. He had a blocked shot. This is his 14th appearance for the club, and Henry needs just one more appearance for a salary boost. So a win by Liverpool here. Let's go back to our news table, and Kelleher impresses for Liverpool. He gets the man of the match basically in that one. Move up. Let's see, team of the week, English Premier Division team of the week. We've got some Liverpool players here, Kelleher in goal, and we have Urian Timber also as parts of that team of the week. Now up next, we will have Chelsea on the 8th, and Chelsea is just 3 points up over Man City for the Premier League lead, and they could potentially clinch a Premier League title here if they win at Anfield. So pressure building on Pioli and Kelleher drama, and what Kelleher says, I still want out. Please get me out of here. Liverpool face Chelsea in a Premier Division clash. Players enjoy the bigger occasions. He says it's just another game. Chelsea out to clinch title. The whole Jota drama, he still wants out. I guess he bet money on Chelsea or something, but he wants out of the club. So it's basically number 9 Liverpool against number 1 Chelsea on May 8th. How did that game end? It ended in a shocker. The Blues lose this game by a score of 5-2 in a Reds win. So, yeah, definitely a big win, for Liverpool. Something to hang their hat on, for the season. Liverpool was not going to let Chelsea celebrate anything at Anfield, as Carvalho scores a goal shortly after the whistle for the fans. That goal by Calcedo here put Chelsea up 2-1 after 10 minutes of play, but David Vertesi, he ties it up in the 14th minute, and Darwin Nunez scores the put-ahead goal to go up 3-2 with just the 20th minute. A lot of offense in this game. Nunez, he has a pair of goals here. He is the man of the match. Cunha also with a goal. Got a couple of bookings on the Liverpool side in that. As for Henry Marshall, he didn't play the game. He didn't do very well here. He ended up with a 6.5 match rating, but this game wasn't exactly a defensive struggle. It was an offensive slugfest. So I really can't blame him. Had a lot of fouls, couldn't make any of his crosses. Did get a shot block though, so at least he had something good out of it. But another big thing, at least as far as Henry Marshall was concerned, was he finally got his 15th appearance for Liverpool. And that means that his salary now goes up to $2.9 million a year. And he'll get another boost, as you can see here, after his 25th appearance. So it shows the club has faith in him, and Marshall can smile despite his poor match performance. Well, as you can see, we've come up to May 18th, 2027. Let's take you to the end of this particular season. So, with 2 games left in the season for Liverpool, let's look at the Premier League standings. Now, there is a tie in wins, losses, and draws between Man City and Chelsea, and Man City only leads in goal differential, with each team having 1 game to go. But look at Arsenal. Arsenal has 2 games left, and if they win both of these games against soon-to-be relegated Watford in 20th place and against Crystal Palace in 17th, they will move to the front and take the Premier League crown for the first time since 2004. Incidentally, they won the League Cup, and they will take on Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League final, so they have the opportunity to take a triple this year. Now, Arsenal's match is against Watford on Wednesday, but there's another game that same day. Number 9 Liverpool will face number 13 Everton in the Merseyside derby. And regarding that, Liverpool won the first round of that derby 3-2 at Everton, and they're hoping for the sweep, but there is a lot of pressure on Pioli now. But he will go on to say that we can't be too nervous about that game. Let's look at the feed here. Gerard warns Liverpool about Scamacca. Bournemouth is stepping its chase for Kim and Kelleher, trying to get that goalkeeper he wants out of Liverpool on a transfer. And Premier Division Team of the Week is announced here. We see that Nunez and Carvalho both made that team. Pioli hoping to avoid the nerves. Like I said, he said we can't be nervous about this game against Everton. And regarding this game, Freddie Ya, the owner, works to improve the youth facilities, which is a good sign for Liverpool. How did that game end? It ended 2-2. And in this game, this is the final game of the season at Anfield, incidentally. Even though Liverpool only got a point in this game, and let's see if we can at least read the summary right there. Even though Liverpool only got a point out of that game, the fans at Liverpool rejoiced because what happened was Everton was up 2-1 in the 89th minute, and Everton's fans were already celebrating a potential win. And they celebrated a little bit too soon as Mohamed Salah came up with a goal in the 90th minute to equalize the score and turn a tie into something like a win. Hey, as long as Everton's miserable, Liverpool counts it as a win. Henry Marshall was at this game. He was an unused reserve, but he and his teammates were happy for Salah. As Gianluca Scamacca, the guy that they said to worry about at Everton, he scored both of their goals. He was the man of the match. Now, in their game against Watford, Arsenal crushed Watford 6-1, and they took top place in the Premier League. However, Arsenal must beat Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park on Sunday the 16th to take the title. Liverpool is pretty much guaranteed to finish in 9th place. The next stop will be at Leeds to end the season. Leeds is number 8. They've been playing far above their level, but they need a win to have the slimmest chance of playing in Europe next season. Pioli continues to fuck officials. They're still trying to get Kvaratskhelia into Liverpool. He's a target. Liverpool face Leeds in a Premier Division clash. Leeds boss on Liverpool rivalry, etc., etc. A little bit of back and forth between the coaches. Liverpool's trying to officially launch this bid. How did it go? Liverpool wins this game 3-1 at Ellen Road. Let's see if we can actually pull up the game stats right here. And there's a 3-1 victory. Caps the seas. It's a nice run for Liverpool. In their last 5 Premier League matches, Liverpool had 3 wins and 2 draws. So I think Pioli really made an impact there. Fabio Carvalho, he starts it out by hitting the ball in. There was a ball that bounced off the post in the 3rd minute, and Carvalho just headed that ball, and that got him the goal. And it was tied 1-1.5 until Carvalho scores his 2nd goal on an assist by Henry Marshall in the 51st minute to put the Reds up for good. And Marshall threw that ball in to Carvalho, and the ball would actually bounce off a Leeds player, and that's how that Carvalho game was scored. Carvalho, he was named man of the match, and Henry Marshall started this game, and as you can see here, there he is. He finished the game with a 7.3 rating. Let's look at some specifics on that. 3 key passes, interceptions, 3 clearances, dribbles, and the assist that he had. That was a lot. So Henry Marshall finished his season on a high note. And with that, in other news, Arsenal will beat Crystal Palace 1-0 on that final game to knock Palace into relegation, and they will be the ones who take the Premier League Championship. Arsenal in first, Man City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Fulham, Man United, Aston Villa. Newcastle gets to go to the Champions League. Fulham and Manchester United to Europa League. Aston Villa to the Europe Conference League. Liverpool solidly in 9th. Everton down here in 13th, being relegated. Crystal Palace, Burnley, and Watford. This is the toughest league in the world. I mean, look over here, past winners. 5 different past winners over the last 5 seasons. Let's go back out of here, go back to our social feed and see other things that we can see here. Once again, Carvalho on fire for Liverpool. And Fulham is now chasing this Kelleher deal. They're going to try to pick him up as well. Fulham will be off to Europa League, as I said, next season. And that's the end of this episode. Henry Marshall is now on vacation and finishes his first half season with Liverpool, whose 9th place finish seems like a high note. Next, in the summer, possible USA play for Marshall during the summer with Nations League and Gold Club play awaiting. So remember, if you like anything you've seen or heard, please hit the like or subscribe button. Until next time.